Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to Real Film Nerds Podcast, episode number 313. Yet another Guy Ritchie film. My name is Matt Hinshaw, as always, one of your dose hosts of said Real Film Nerds Podcast. With me, 99.9% of the time, my good buddy on the other side of the planet. I can't see him because Skype sucks. Mysterious Mike Talent.
Hey, Matt. How's it going?
See, he is there.
Yeah, man. I'm here, dude. What?
I know. I'm just saying I can't see you, so I can't prove if you're there or not.
Oh,
I can hear you, though. It's like a phone call. For all of our Gen Z listeners, a phone call is the thing that your phone was originally designed to do.
Yeah, they used to be mounted on the wall.
Dude, I got a picture of it. I found a public payphone the other day when I was down in Scottsdale.
Nice. Did you use it to call yourself, to be like, just give yourself a talking to?
No. I took a picture of it, though.
Nice. Yeah. Now it's a like a relic, a lost, artifact. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like being an archaeologist, yeah. And it was in a bar, so it makes sense. But again, nowadays you just ask the dude next to him and ask him if you can use your phone. Has anybody ever asked you if you could use your phone, Mike?
Usually homeless people do. And I usually turn them down.
Okay. Smart. Because you might end up like Yes Man, the Jim Carrey movie, where the homeless man just rides in your car and talks on the phone the whole way. And that was back when they charged by the minute. That was brutal.
Yeah, dude. I remember those days when they had minute limits. Like, what kind of stuff is that, man?
Dude, I loved that movie. That's a good movie. So, anyways, Mike, we're not here to talk about that movie. Not yet, anyways. Did we ever review that? I'm not sure if we did.
No, we never reviewed that movie.
Yeah, that might be one for the future. We got a gajillion other ones we could add to it. But anyways, that might be one for the future. But this week, Mike, I think it was your pick. Yes, I'm pretty sure it was your pick. We're talking about the latest Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham film, Operation Fortune. Mike, why don't you give us the rundown?
All right. Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre. This movie is directed by Guy Ritchie, written by Guy Ritchie, Ivan Atkinson, and Marn Davies. This movie is starring Jason Statham, Aubrey Plaza, Carrie Ells, Hugh Grant, and Josh Hartnett. And this movie is about Special Agent Orson Fortune and his team of operatives recruit one of Hollywood's biggest movie stars to help them on an undercover mission when the sale of a deadly new weapons technology threatens to disrupt world disorder. All
right, Mike, so I think I went first last week, so I think it's your turn to go first. What are your first impressions for this film?
I had a good time watching this film. I didn't really know what I was getting into with this movie, besides it was Jason Statham and a Guy Ritchie movie, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time. It was it's serious, but it's not too serious, and I don't know. It was kind of fun to watch.
I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I'm very kind of neutral on it. It's supposed to be almost a satire of spy films, and it's supposed to be a lot funnier than it was, but I still thought it was decent. I loved Aubrey Plaza, to be honest. I thought she was absolutely fantastic. She always is. She's such a great actress. I'm just sad it took so long for people to realize how awesome she really is. If you've ever watched Parks and Rec, her attitude of being like, better than everyone else and being snotty and just kind of rude and ridiculous, she does that in real life too. And nobody understands that's not really her. That's an act. Like, she does it on purpose. And it's taken years since Parks and Rec for people to realize that. And now she gets roles like this. Finally. I mean, I've asked this before, and I think I know the answer to it, Mike. But did you ever watch the FX program Legion?
You have asked before, and I have not watched it.
Yeah. You really, if you have Hulu, anyone, including Mike, I really suggest watching Legion. She kind of really showed how great of an actress she is in Legion. She's just absolutely fantastic in that show. For I think it's 3 seasons. I don't want to ruin it. It's a really twisty, mind-bending show. It's very, very good. But ever since that show, she's really started getting these better roles, and I love it. I love it. I think she finally has earned, what she deserved. She finally got what she deserved. But Jason Statham, fantastic as always. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but I'll throw it out there. Josh Hartnett, awesome to see him back. He was probably one of my favorite characters of this film.
Yeah. It was Jason Statham and Aubrey Plaza's characters played off of each other quite well. And then, Josh Hartnett was kind of a surprise role, man. I don't know. Since the last movie I remember with him was like Black Hawk Down. That was a long time ago, dude. That was like 2001.
Yeah, it's been a long time since he's had this big of a role. I've seen him in some other things. I can't name them off the top of my head, but I've seen him have a few side parts here and there, but nothing as main as this. And he's a side character in this, but I think he comes off more as almost the focus of this film in a lot of ways. I thought he was just going to be in it for that one scene, again, trying not to spoil it yet, for that one scene where they, went and got him for it. But he continued throughout the rest of the movie, and I loved it. I thought it was great. I like Josh Hartnett. He's a lot of fun.
Okay, man. I guess without spoiling it, I think I'm just going to have to ask you, what are you drinking this fine morning, evening, or afternoon?
Is it a spoiler to ask what I'm drinking, Mike? Because, you're spoiling what I'm drinking? Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I was just wondering what you were drinking so we could get to spoilers.
Oh, okay. I'm drinking just my good old venerable Kilt Lifter by Four Peaks Brewing Company down in Tempe.
Oh, awesome. I am drinking an all-day IPA by Founders. It is good. It is it's light and refreshing.
Where's Founders out of?
Ohio, I think.
Okay. Yeah, we have a weird bar, gym, coffee shop, barber shop, all these kinds of things. It's called like Founding Fathers. And I'm like, interesting. I wonder if they carry Founders at Founding Fathers. That'd be interesting. Anyways, okay, back on topic. Mike, the most important question for you every week. Mike, what is today's just downright amazing dad joke?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
All right, Matt. You're going to die laughing at this one. No, you're probably not.
You promise?
No.
Okay.
You sounded too excited for that, so we'll just leave it like that.
I was excited at the fact of me dying of laughter.
Yes. Why should you never pick a fight with a squid?
Because he's slimy?
They're well armed.
Ha! Well, doesn't that work for an octopus too?
Yeah, it would.
Okay, I like it. All right. That's not bad, Mike. That's not a terrible one. They are well armed. And, I love my firearms as well. So the puns and the double entendre is perfect. Love it.
Yeah, it's good, dude. It's good.
It was good. It was decent. I'm
All
not
right.
laughing myself to death, though. But I'll say it was a good one. It was a better one than average.
All right. See, I'll get there again eventually.
What's up? You'll get there eventually?
Yeah.
For me laughing myself to death? Okay, I'm going to hold you to it. And then you'll have to speak nice things at my funeral.
Okay. I will. I will, because you died laughing. I mean, who does that?
Yeah, and then you're going to have to take my ashes and stir them up with milk and give them to Scarlett Johansson so I can be one with her for the rest of my life.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Should I dye it blue for the heck of it?
That's fine. Then I'll be blue milk. Yeah. Blue matte milk. Love it. Perfect. Mike.
Blue matte
Right,
milk.
please.
All right. There we go.
Write this down. Put this in my will. These are my wishes.
Okay. All right. Are you sure you just don't want me to send you up into space, like on a SpaceX rocket or something?
You can do that too, like a little part of me. That's fine. I mean, I'm going to be cremated, so, you can send some to space, have ScarJo ingest some. It's, share me around. Share the wealth.
Okay, all right. Matt Blue Milk everywhere.
Oh God, this is bad. Okay, Mike. So I don't think this is going to be a difficult one, but Mike, how does Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
All right, Matt. So, this one wasn't too bad, but being a Guy Ritchie movie, it's a British movie. So, I had to go searching a little bit down into the cast and crew, but the art director for this, Nigel Evans, also worked on Spider-Man: Far From Home.
See, I would have thought maybe one of the main characters had a bit part or something in one of the Marvel movies, but I don't really recognize. Well, I mean, I talked about Aubrey Plaza earlier, but Legion. So Legion was created and developed by Fox before Fox was purchased by Disney. So I guess Aubrey Plaza kind of, but they clearly have said that Legion is kind of its own thing and doesn't relate to the MCU at all. So yeah. Anyways, you got it, Mike. Good job.
Yeah, dude. I was I thought it would be a little easier, but
It's all good, man. Honestly, I'm surprised Hugh Grant hasn't done something. I don't know. Especially being in, a British film, and they film a lot of the MCU over there. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. I kind of thought Hugh Grant might be in something, but no.
Oh, nope. He's in fucking Deadpool. Nope. Which still kind of works, but doesn't.
He's in Deadpool?
No, Eddie Marzan. I believe that's his name. Yeah, Eddie. I believe that's how you say it. Eddie Marzan.
Yeah, Eddie Marzan. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the government, representation of the British government. He's in Deadpool 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he is, but that doesn't really count.
Right, because it was made by Fox before Disney bought it. I mean, it counts because they're making Deadpool 3, but it doesn't count, but it does. I don't know. It's a grandfather clause. You found it, Mike. Let's just stop worrying about it. You did well. I'm just going to do this. Mike, we are now in the spoiler section. So go ahead, start spoiling Operation Fortune.
All right, Matt. So what I wanted to get to for the spoiler section really was I really like the kind of competing teams.
Yes.
I like the aspect of that in this movie. I thought it worked well. Like they were, there's kind of this competition and our team was always like behind and losing. Like I thought it was great.
It was the underdog story. The team with Jason Statham and Aubrey Plaza, there's only like 5 or 6 of them versus the other team that has all this money, helicopters, jeeps, pickup trucks, thousands of guys. It was the underdog. You always got to root for the underdog, right?
Yeah, man. It was just fun. I don't know. I felt like that was part of one of the fun aspects of this movie.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's one of the better aspects of the satire as well, because, I mean, here they are, 2 spy agencies that go unnamed that are working for a government but not working for a government, and they're trying to beat each other to the punch. And what are they doing the whole time? Tasing each other, killing. Well, our guys kill some of theirs,
Well, it depends.
Yeah, it was smart. It was fun. I just, I don't want to slam it, but it's not my favorite Guy Ritchie movie. It's not even close. Like, I'd put this towards the bottom of Guy Ritchie films for me.
I don't think it was bad. Like, I don't know. I kind of had fun with it. Like, Jason Statham's character was like got this random like super expensive wine taste, and when they go flying places, he always wants to drink bottles of wine. Like, that was pretty random and funny, man. I was just like, huh, is this guy Johnny Depp or what?
Well, I think it's almost like a satire on like 007, because 007 always has his shaken not stirred, martini.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like that. He always has to have his wine. The one thing that I wish they would have capitalized on, though, and they talked about it at the beginning, that Jason Statham's character had a phobia of flying and he only flew private. You never see him actually have a phobia of flying. I think they should have played that up a little bit. Like maybe had him get on a commercial jet and like lose his shit and they'd be like, no, here, go on this. Or I don't know. They should have done something about it, because that was one of the things that was supposed to be really funny, is that Jason Statham's character has all these phobias and problems and everything, even though he's a badass.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
don't really see it.
You didn't really see it in any, like, besides them naming it in the beginning, you didn't really see that. Because he even gets on that plane that's Josh Hartnett's plane, and he doesn't seem to be upset or anything. I mean, it was a private plane.
Yeah, but it doesn't leave the ground either. But still, there was all these things that they built up in the beginning and no payoff whatsoever.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't see anything about. I did that scene when Aubrey Plaza tells him that the coast is clear and he can come out the way, and he comes out the wrong way.
Yeah, that was good. That was really funny.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
She's like, they typically don't put pools in the front yard.
Yeah.
That was good. That was real good. Not a huge spoiler, but fairly close. One of my favorite parts that I thought was just intimidating and funny at the same time was Hugh Grant's character was clearly the big bad, even though he wasn't, but he was. And the scene where he's sitting in like the tower and he, starts calling out the different missiles that are coming out of, satellites or something, and they're lighting up the satellite dishes on the ground. Dude, that was super intimidating. I really liked that scene. That was really good.
Yeah, I liked it too. And then I liked that they did it twice, because then they had Josh Hartnett's character play Hugh Grant's character in a movie that they were making afterwards. I love that. I thought that was so funny.
Well, I like that they became like best friends, and he's like consulting on the film, and he gives him that car, and even though he tries to run off and everything, and then they blackmail him, and it was perfect. It was so fun. That relationship between Josh Hartnett and Hugh Grant's character was fantastic. That honestly is one of the best parts of this whole film.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. That was a crazy scene, because when he just starts lighting off that things, I was like, is this guy for real? Like, I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, he's your super villain from 007. Like, clearly, he is your super villain. But he's free at the end. He's best friends with Danny, Josh Hartnett's character. But again, this goes back to like the disappointment for me. The main characters of this film are Jason Statham and Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza, obviously very well known comedic actress. Jason Statham has his fair share of comedic, roles. I mean, go take a look at Crank. That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he's still
an action stud. Yeah.
like a serious role. Like, when have you seen like Jason Statham doing stand up? Like, he has his one-liners. Like, he's kind of he's very British.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, he does crack his jokes in, Fast and Furious and Hobbs and Shaw and Crank and all that stuff, but he's not like a stand-up comedian like Aubrey Plaza can be, or Hugh Grant can be, or Josh Hartnett at that. So I understand that. But the point I was trying to make is that our main characters are Jason Statham, Aubrey Plaza, Carrie Ewells, and Bugsy Malone. And it really comes off like our main characters are Josh Hartnett and Hugh Grant, but they're not. They're side characters.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I just feel it was a missed opportunity. That's all.
Man, I was just thinking, another Guy Ritchie movie that Jason Statham was in is Snatch.
Uh-huh.
And that might be Jason Statham's more comedic role, and even that wasn't that, but he was at least a little like sarcastic and stuff in that. But I don't know, like I don't feel like he does that kind of role really.
Yeah, he still was pretty hard laced, yeah. But it was more, his role in that was more comedic. Yeah, I mean, dude, I would say, we've talked about it before, I would say Snatch is probably my favorite Guy Ritchie movie, followed up by either Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels or The Gentleman. But I mean, Jason Statham has been in like all kinds of Guy Ritchie films. I mean, Snatch, he was in The Gentleman, he was in Wrath of Man, and now he's in Operation Fortune.
Oh yeah, no, they're buddies.
Yeah,
I mean,
clearly.
Yeah, I feel like Guy Ritchie got Jason Statham to be like a superstar. So
Yeah, no, I think Snatch got Jason Statham out there, and then everybody's like, "Who is this guy? He's kind of a badass." And clearly, his biggest role that made him into an action star was the Transporter.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. As far as Guy Ritchie movies go, I really, really like Snatch. I like the Sherlock Holmes, the first one.
Yeah, that was good.
That was fun. That reminded me of what I would call like normal Guy Ritchie. Like, I don't know, he has kind of a style, and I feel like the Sherlock Holmes was more like his style, and some of his other movies haven't been.
Right. Well, especially this. I feel that this movie really doesn't feel like a Guy Ritchie film to me. It's very straight and to the point, and there's no like changing up of the storytelling. There's no hiding anything. It's very just kind of straightforward, and I'm not used to that with Guy Ritchie. I mean, yeah, he did that in Aladdin, but we're not going to talk about Aladdin because that movie was rough.
What? You don't want to talk about Aladdin?
Dude, did you seriously like that movie? Will Smith Aladdin.
No, I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was pretty rough, dude.
He also did the movie Revolver back in 2005 with Guy Ritchie Ray Liotta was in it. That movie was great.
Yeah, he's done really good stuff. Wrath of Man was decent. I enjoyed Wrath of Man. I really liked The Gentleman. The Gentleman is a lot more of what I would think of as a Guy Ritchie film. But this, maybe he's just trying to play a little bit and do some different things and seeing what he likes, because he wrote and directed a lot of these.
Yeah. No, The Gentleman was pretty good. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Well, think about it. Even Wrath of Man had that crazy ass twist at the end.
It did. Yeah, it did.
That's typical Guy Ritchie. Like Snatch had the crazy ass. I mean, all of them to a degree. This was just kind of like a straightforward storytelling. I really think he tried to make it as a satire, and I don't want to say it failed, but I don't think it was super successful. It was kind of in the middle for me. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed watching it. I didn't hate it, but it's not my favorite movie, especially not my favorite movie of the year so far. But I had a good time. Would I recommend people to go and spend their money to go see it in the theaters? Maybe not. I think people should just be going to the theaters in general. If you're a theater goer like me and you, definitely go check it out because there's not a whole lot else out there right now. There's Creed 3.
Creed 3.
Yeah, Creed 3. I have not watched the first two, so I'm not going to see the third one in the theater. It's getting incredible reviews, though, but Michael B. Jordan is just a badass. He's an incredible actor. But again, Mike, who is Michael B. Jordan fighting against in Creed 3?
I don't even know.
You don't even know? Mike, it's our boy Kang.
Oh, nice. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. He's been in so many movies, man. And they're all coming out at once. It's crazy. We talked about that, during the Ant-Man podcast, not last. Well, I think we talked about it last week too. But anyways,
yeah.
All right, Mike. So I'm going to go ahead and just get it out of the way. Mike, how many reels do you give Operation Fortune?
All right, man. I'm going to give Operation Fortune 3.5 reels.
See, so you didn't think it was super incredible either.
No, but I mean, I had a good time in it. But like, as far as satire goes, man, if you want to do a spy satire, I feel like Austin Powers really nailed that.
Yeah. Yeah. Austin Powers. Or, God, what was the one that had Nielsen in it?
Naked Gun?
Yes. But Naked Gun wasn't spy. He did a spy one, but I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, he did a spy one? Dang it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he did a spy one. Anyways, yeah, the guy from Naked Gun, I'm pretty sure he did a spy one. I don't remember. That was pretty good satire. And that's, both of those are really over the top satire. But dude, Austin Powers, it was so good. They did so many, so many sequels to that. I mean, Michael Myers would probably still be doing it today if he didn't just hang it up. He honestly probably would, because people were just loving those.
Dude, they were so funny, dude.
They were smart. They were funny. They were, I don't want to say well shot, but they were, creative. I really enjoyed those. They were a lot of fun, and they had super hot women in them too.
Oh yeah, that's true, man. They did. Beyonce was in the third one, I think.
Third one, yes. Heather Graham was in the second one.
What's her face?
Heather Graham, wasn't she in the second one, or was she in the first
Heather
one?
Graham. Yep. That was the second one, I think.
That was the second one, because she played the American CIA spy.
Yeah.
And who was in the first one?
Elizabeth Hurley.
Elizabeth Hurley, right. Yep. Dude, just beautiful women. But anyways, okay, so I didn't hate this movie, Operation Fortune. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I just didn't think it was anything incredible, but I didn't think it was bad. So, Mike, just like you, I'm right in the middle there. I give it 3 out of 5 reels.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, man, as far as the Creed movies go, they're pretty good. It's kind of weird that it's almost like it's a spin-off, essentially, right, of the Rocky series, but it actually is pretty good, and it's weird.
I've heard it's very good, but one of the issues that I've also heard about for Creed 3 is that they didn't bring back Sylvester Stallone, and that's a real problem. From what I've heard and what I've read.
They didn't? Oh, that's interesting, because he was in the other two.
Right, he was in the other two, and I don't know what the beef was, but something went on between 2 and 3, and they did not ask him to come back.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, the prior two Creeds were pretty good. I was surprised by both of them. I was like, how can they do this again? That's what I said on the second one. So now on the third one, I'm like, well, I mean, might as well keep it running, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say let's go and watch it, but the problem is I haven't watched the other two, and I don't think I'm going to have time to watch probably 4 to 6 hours worth of movies this week to try and watch Creed 3. And Mike, you know how much I like sci-fi. If we lean any way in our podcast, it's sci-fi and horror all day long. Like, we have an entire month of horror films, and then you and I are both very passionate about sci-fi. Even though you're not, as you've become an adult, and I haven't, you're less and less of a nerd and less of a sci-fi person, but I know it's still there, and you still enjoy these, Mike. But we're going to go watch a sci-fi film next week. We're going to go to the theaters again. Woo! Fuck you, Movie Pass. I'm just putting that out there, you bastards. I can't
They still haven't fixed it?
No, I was literally emailing and talking to a support guy today that responded to me to a request to give me access so I could buy a ticket on February 23rd. He's like, are you still at the movie theater? I'm like, no, that was fucking weeks ago.
Jesus, dude. Uh-oh.
I'm very pissed. Very pissed. And he's like, well, I can't duplicate the error because, they do it all through texting, some dude in India or China or whatever. And he's like, I can't duplicate the error on my app. And I'm like, well, here you go. And I sent him fucking screenshots again, and I haven't heard shit from him now. But whatever. Fucking Movie Pass. God damn it. I don't recommend it unless you can confirm that the fucking theater in your theater works. I mean, theater in your town works in the app, because that's the problem I'm having.
Yeah, man.
If I was in Phoenix, I'd be fine. I see the Phoenix theaters in my app, but I'm not in Phoenix.
Yeah, dang.
Anyway, so we're gonna go to the theater. Let me get off my pedestal, but I'm just saying, Movie Pass, you're letting me down again. Okay, this looks good. I think you're gonna enjoy it, Mike. I hope I enjoy it. We're gonna go watch 65.
Oh yeah, dude, that looks good, dude. Adam Driver.
Dinosaurs and forests and spaceships and guns. Adam Driver, I don't know if you know this, Mike, but Adam Driver, his first career was he was a Marine.
Oh yeah, I actually did know that. Yeah.
So a little bit of trivia before we even jump into this film yet next week, because it's not out yet. It comes out next week. This is the first time on film where Adam Driver is going to be able to use his gun handling abilities that he learned from the Marines. He's never had a role where he's like a soldier.
Oh, okay. So that must have been kind of fun, or at least different. I don't know.
Yeah, no, dude, he does a lot of very serious stuff, and of course Star Wars, but he did comedic stuff. You know, he got his big break on Girls. That's where he kind of came from. But I'm interested to see. I hope this will be good. I hope it'll be fun. It looks like Star Wars meets like Jurassic Park to me.
To me, it looks like a little bit of Predator meets Jurassic Park.
Okay, all right. Predator, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, all in one.
All right, yeah. You just added in that last Star Wars, just like that episode of South Park.
Dude,
Victim.
Speaking of South Park, did you watch this week's?
No, dude, I didn't watch this week's. Is it crazy?
Oh my God, it's all about Japanese toilets.
Okay,
it's hilarious. It's so far in the newest season, it's probably my favorite episode.
Okay, the building your brand, and it was like caring, thoughtful, lost, victim.
Yeah, that was good. But I think this week's is funnier.
All right, cool.
Anyways, not to keep talking about stuff that's not related to movies, but South Park, I mean, come on, dude. We're in the end. This is what we do. We bullshit a minute. But yeah, that was really fun last week, and how seriously everybody's a goddamn victim. And I think I don't want to talk too much about society and stuff, but I think that's one of our biggest issues in this world, that everybody's a fucking victim. I try not to have that victim mentality, and sometimes I do, and I really try not to. It doesn't do you any good. It just holds you back.
Yeah. No, but it was interesting, that whole brand thing, and yeah.
Well, all right, Mike. 65 for next week. Adam Driver, directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, written by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be good, dude. So I guess with that, we don't have any giveaways, right, man? We're all
no, just the one from last week.
Okay.
If anybody wants to enter that one, have they emailed you yet, Mike? Have you gotten like 300 emails?
No, I haven't gotten 300 emails. No, I've gotten a few.
Okay. All right. So you still have time to enter, and that's for a physical Blu-ray copy of Devotion.
Okay, I guess with that, thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure to follow us on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we'll catch you next week. Go out there, see a movie. The movie theaters need it. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now go out and catch a movie.
Well, hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies, episode number 4. This week, and she's laughing already, we haven't even started. God. This week, we're talking about Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre. Ma?
Yes, hello.
Say hello to the nice listener.
Hi, nice listener.
Okay, so Mom, what cookies did you make this week?
I didn't make any. My grandson made his world famous chocolate chip cookies, which I will take credit for because they were very good.
Okay, so then we are not recording Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies since you didn't make any cookies. So thanks everybody for listening. We'll chat to you next week.
Come back here. No. I still have Girl Scout cookies left. Come on.
Okay, so we're going chocolate chip cookies. Okay. Ma,
right.
So Operation Fortune, thoughts?
I liked the movie. It was a great travelogue, too. And I loved seeing how the rich and infamous live.
So
it was
that's
awesome.
What you got out of a spy movie.
Well, no, I got the other stuff, too. But it was very, well, like who did what, when, and where, and who the bad guys were. And I knew who the good guys were, I thought, but then there were some that were good that were bad. And so, yeah, that part was very interesting. And I did have one, there's a part where I won't say who, but drives the old Mustang that was rebuilt. And I don't think, having driven in old Mustangs when I was young, I don't think that guy could even fit in that Mustang, but I guess he did.
Are you talking about Josh Hartnett?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can fit. Mom, I fit in Mustangs. Jared had a Mustang. He had a 64 and a half.
He did, because my girlfriend had a 65, and it wasn't that comfy. It was pretty small, I thought.
I didn't say anything about being comfortable, but I fit in the stupid thing.
Okay.
I fit in the old Mustang a lot better than a modern day car.
Ooh, that's true. That's very true. Anyway, but I know they rebuilt it and had a new engine that it sounded like a race car, which was cool because they didn't sound like any of that when you know.
It's not the engine that sounds, well, I mean, it's the engine that sounds like that, but it's taking all the stuff off the exhaust that makes it sound like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
so welcome to Ma Hinshaw's Car Talk. I'm just glad you know what a car is.
I do. And it was beautiful. Turkey was a beautiful, I don't know what city they were in, but that was very pretty and really cool.
Which boyfriend was that had the Mustang? So
it was my girlfriend.
Oh, sure. Okay, so that was when you were batting for the other team then.
No. She was a friend of mine. Her husband got divorced, so she splurged and got a Mustang.
And that's when she became your girlfriend, is when she got her divorce?
No, cut that out.
I told you got to watch yourself saying that word.
Well, she had a little girl that she would sit on the center console. Heaven help that little girl. She did live, though. Anyway.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Ma Hinshaw was very promiscuous back in the 60s.
I was not. Stop that.
She had like 15 boyfriends.
No, I didn't. I wasn't, and I didn't. No, I didn't. No, none of that.
Yep. Lies.
Nope. Truth. Didn't have.
So your favorite part of the movie was Hugh Grant and the Mustang, and the locations.
Well, and the airplanes. I really wish I could be young and hitch a ride with somebody in one of those jet airplanes. That was gorgeous.
Okay. So how many cookies do you give Operation Fortune then?
Oh, I'll give it 3.5.
Man, you and Mike are the same. You both really like this movie, huh?
I liked it. I mean, it was kind of like a sort of a travelogue a little bit, and it was pretty. But I mean, I liked the fight scenes. They were fine. And the stuff that blew up and all that. But yeah, that's what I liked. Okay.
So would you recommend people go see this in the theaters?
Yes, I would, because that's the best place to watch that.
How much nudity was in it?
I didn't notice any.
So there was no nudity in it.
Nope.
So what you're saying is the next movie we're going to go watch has to have nudity.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Because I know how you like your nudity, especially your young
no,
men.
I don't. No, oh fiddle.
Mom.
No. Yes?
It took 40 years for me to learn all these horrible things about you.
Oh, great. Really? No.
Your promiscuity.
I
your
wasn't.
Desire to see nudity in film.
Nope.
Jeez, Mom, I can't believe
I
you.
would have flipped. I would have been horrified had I seen a movie with even six-pack abs in it. I would not have. I would have said, that's horrible.
Well, that's why you had the 15 boyfriends, right?
I didn't have 15 boyfriends.
I'm telling Dad.
Please, no. He knows some of the folks I dated, but I didn't date that much.
Oh, whatever.
I was working. I worked very hard.
Hey, you can call it whatever you want, Mom, but we know what it was.
No.
You were working real hard.
I had a job.
Okay, so next week we're going to go back to the movie theaters and we're going to watch a movie called 65.
65?
Yep.
Is that about older people?
Yep. Of course it
Really?
is. Yeah, it's a hippie movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's about the flower children. It's your generation.
Well, it wasn't me. I was not a flower child, so forget that.
When did you graduate from ASU again, Mom?
Oh, cut it out. 64.
Okay, then. They missed you by 1 year, so you were a flower child.
No, I wasn't. I was very boring. Very boring.
If you're so boring, then how come you have had a illustrious radio career and now you have an illustrious podcast career?
Oh, yeah. Wow. At 80 years old, okay.
Hey, you're not supposed to say how old you are. How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take it back. Erase that, please.
Too late.
I don't want people to know.
This is live.
Okay.
This is Real Film Nerds Live. Ma Henshaw loses her cookies.
No. Okay.
All right.
Well, anyway, thank you and goodbye.
You're done? You've had enough?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Now, are you going to take it out? Are you going to take it out, or do you want me to take it out?
Take what out?
The podcast.
How do you take it out?
Well, you say, thanks everybody for listening. We'll chat at you next week or something like that.
No, you say that.
Well, you already said it. Or I already said it.
Oh.
Which one is it?
You said it.
Well, Mom, you do it. Mike always takes the Real Film Nerds out. You need to take ours out.
Oh, boy. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And have a good week, and bye.